Coach, if you don't mind opening with a general comment from the game.
I think just wow. I mean, what a game. Seeing a lot of change of emotions throughout the day, throughout the game. Kudos to both teams. They played their hearts out, and it really came down to, I don't know. It's just like we came down to winning. I guess that's what it was. We felt like we spent everything we had out there, and real proud of my team, the way they hung in there, and just the different ways we were able to overcome some adversity and some different things that happened. The pitching staff picked each other up. Defense came through with some good plays when we had to. What an atmosphere that is, and if that's a number 16 team, I'm dumbfounded. So I'm not sure how that worked out.
No questions for the student athletes. We got one in the back.
Hi, Bella, huge fan. How did it feel to hit the home run?
Hi, Dom, huge fan. It felt great that I could come back just from a little bit of adversity there in the beginning and be there for my team and know that when I stay calm and collected that can happen. So just moving forward to stay in that mind space and know that can happen when I can step up to the plate for my team.
Just for both of y'all, it was a crazy game. A lot of emotional roller coaster of what was this game like to be in it and playing it, and then also getting the win in this way. What was that feeling like?
For me, for sure, I can say, it's just a lot of emotions. You get a little bit of frustration and you get some irritation, but at the same time, it's knowing that there's a bunch of girls out there for you. So those emotions have to be flushed immediately, and it's confidence from there on, keeping, like Bella said, just staying calm and being relaxed and, having that confidence that we can get through this no matter what.
For me, I think it's just going off of the fact that there's a good chunk of us that have been in a position where we've lost the first game and we've had to come back both games. So knowing that and just spreading that and having greater communication amongst the team and knowing how it feels, I think that's what kept us in the game. And obviously, who wants to win more? And I think we showed that. And we're just excited to keep moving forward into tomorrow.
Bella, you just hit on it a little bit, but I mean, when you guys were down 5-1 after they tied it, how in the world do you stay positive to the point where you can come back and eventually win this game in those moments where it looked like they had all the momentum?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that even from yesterday, we had some momentum going into today's game. It being my last season, I want to leave everything out there, and I think just communicating that amongst the whole team and knowing that there are 3 other people that feel the same way, and knowing that, once we play for each other, we play to keep moving forward. We play for the room keys if we're away, and we play to protect our field and our grounds, and I think our fans help us a lot with that too. They help us stay motivated and know what Texas Fight is all about, and I think that's what helped us keep believing.
Yeah, for both players, just knowing that there's another game, a more important game tomorrow night, how do you sort of manage the next 24 hours in terms of the emotions and the fatigue and just knowing that you have to go back out there?
I would just say we know what recovery takes. We know what we have to do, and even position players, whether you're a pitcher or a catcher, you play the field or you're just a hitter, again, what recovery is all about. And heading into tomorrow, I think, just keep playing our game, know who we are, and keep communicating that amongst each other. This is not a one-person game. There's 9 people out there, and there's a lot of people that come in. So supporting that and knowing that we're capable and, again, telling each other that is very important.
Sorry. Yeah, I know, same exact thing. Just the recovery and understanding mentally and physically that this was going to be a hard weekend, but at the same time, we got it and we understand what it takes to get there. Also, just understanding the small things can go a long way in this game, and just knowing what to clean up and keep it simple and just do us.
This is for both players. Bottom of the 5th, you guys are down 5-1, and things haven't gone well. And Estelle calls everybody in front of the dugout for a players-only meeting. What were those conversations like? What did she say to you guys?
Were we a part of that?
I don't think we were. Yeah.
We weren't a part of that conversation, specifically us, but she does speak in the huddles, and I would just give kudos to her and knowing that she just reiterates that we believe in each other, and we need to pull together and communicate. She just sends reminders, and and keeps us lifted, I think, after and before every inning. And it's just a blessing to play behind her and play with her.
Caden and Bella, you guys are probably going to face Kennedy again tomorrow, based on what the A&M coach said. What have you learned about her going against her these past 2 games?
I mean, she's a competitor for sure. She hits her spots. She makes good pitches. She gets you in counts where you're behind. And, I mean, that's just all it's about, is just competing when it comes to super regionals. But I think tomorrow, just with earlier adjustments, we'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And I would just say, like, sticking to our plan and worrying about what we do and how we do it.
Last one for Bella and Caden.
Sorry, Robert Sessa, Bryan College Station. I was going to do a follow-up on that. Once again, 14 hits you got off her today. Did you guys adjust any, or maybe she's a little tired? I mean, obviously you guys hit a couple home runs, but you hit throughout all the lineup today, and I just wondered if you guys made an adjustment from yesterday to today.
Yeah, obviously I can't really tell you how she personally feels, but I think for us, we did make an adjustment early, and I think yesterday we were hitting balls hard and we were hitting them right to people. And today, yes, we did adjust early, but we communicated what we were seeing, and we did that early, and I think that helped us a lot.
Okay, thanks, Caden, Bella.
Thank you.
There goes my breath.
Mike, a lot just went on during that game. In the first 7 innings, extra innings, a lot went on. As you're sitting here right now, what stands out the most to you about what just went on there for 3.5 hours?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously with the W, that's the most important thing. There was a lot of emotion out there. There was a lot of swings and, calls and just everything. There was the whole gamut went on in that game. And just trying to keep the positive, about what's happening, and just believe in the fight that Texas has. Never get down on each other. There was some obviously emotional moments there throughout the game, but they held it together when it counted. We used 3 pitches, I believe, throughout that game, and it's tough. Texas A&M, as I said before, a really good team. They've seen the best pitching in the country. In the SEC, it's really good pitching. We're not surprising them, and we know we're going to be in for a battle.
Coach, you've fallen behind both games. Your offense has kind of started slow both games. How do you get that offense going in some of the early innings? Anything you can do different, or what are you trying to do?
Well, you can ask Kennedy to slow it down for us. That might help us out. But I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. Why can't we get the pitching to kind of come out a little bit better in the first couple of innings? So it's what they're saying to themselves. Those moments and being ready. So I think we just got to believe in themselves. I think they know they've, like I told them before, they've come down the stretch, been in these difficult moments before, and you just got to believe in who you are and what you've done. You can't make this bigger than what it is. There's more important things out there, but now like one of the ladies said, it's like who wants it the most and who's going to kind of ball out. But both teams did. I'm not saying one team wanted it more than the other, because they both wanted it really bad, and I was proud to be a part of that game. So it was good.
How much confidence do you have? Because I know you guys haven't played your best game yet, and there were some base running gaffes today, and you still survived to win.
Yeah, I mean, well, the game's not going to know tomorrow, is it? It's going to forget about today, and we've got to forget about it. Like I remember a coach said, a great equalizer in fast pitch softball's a new day, and it's a new day tomorrow. It's a new game. It's winner takes all. And we just got to go out there and do that and just forget about today. But obviously learn from some of the things that went on, kind of eliminate some of the mistakes we're making. But it is a new day.
You talked about some of the issues for today. Just you've coached Bella a while. What went into that maybe miscommunication there, and how satisfying was it for you to actually wave her home a couple innings later?
Yeah, I made sure of that one. I was the ball was hit so hard in the gap, and we had so much time that I was just making sure she touched the base, and she misinterpreted it as hold on the base. So my bad. And, I was kind of like, yeah, it was just, so I apologize to her. But, you know, things work out in a weird way. Maybe that moment helped her come up and hit that home run. I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's just, I'm not, you know, I'm not going to second guess that and what happened, but, you know, kudos to her. She pulled herself together. She was ready for that at bat, ready for the rest of the game. You know, some people could have melted in that situation, and she didn't. She showed that she was a senior, and I think that's a great example to the rest of the team.
Coach, after yesterday's game, you said all the pressure was on them, trying not to lose. You guys win now. Who's the pressure on?
Both of us. You know, it's going to be. I mean, there's always pressure. I mean, I maybe kind of missed that yesterday, but I mean, sometimes, you know, I've been on both boats. You know, I've been where we've been one game ahead and one game down, and there's always pressure there. But it's sort of what kind of mind game you're playing within your head there, and how you can play it. The champions reframe. They make things into something advantageous to them.
Yeah, Coach, you kind of just alluded to it, but what words best describes Bella's leadership for this team and what she means to this team, and also how exciting is it to be in a Game 3?
Yeah, well, she's changed a lot. I mean, early in her career, it was really hard to kind of tell her, you know, and coach her, to tell you the truth, because she was set in her ways. And Mike Candrea, her previous coach, had a great example. Said she's like a thoroughbred putting in a barn. You know, she's going to kick the door down, you know, and she's learned how to kind of lead a little better as a player. And, you know, I think earlier she may not have recovered from that mistake. But you know, she gives it everything she's got. You can see it, the sheer passion that she has when she plays. Gives it everything she has all the time. And it's fun coaching her.
I was going to ask about the pressure. Thanks for answering that question, because I thought that was good last night too. But with Kennedy throwing 254 pitches, I don't know if she's ever done that in 2 games, Coach, with third game. Do you feel that maybe you have a little bit of advantage with a pitching staff that's pitched a little bit more in postseason, or what do you think about it, since both you coaches love pitching?
Well, what was the final score today? Yeah. I mean, what, 9-8? I mean, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? And, you know, whether she's tired or not, we've still got to go out and score runs. And, you know, they still have 2 pitchers they haven't thrown either, you know, Levitt and Ackerman. And they're both that's pretty good pitchers. So I'm not sure what Coach Ford's going to do. That could be a snake in the grass for there as well. But, you know, we got to be prepared and ready and just worry about what we're going to do. And we've got to find some pitching ourselves that can hold them down. They're doing an excellent job of getting some home runs and scoring a lot of runs.
Last 2.
Yeah. Tricia described her pitching situation as all hands on deck tomorrow. How would you describe yours going into tomorrow, especially with you know, Sit didn't throw today, kind of rough outing yesterday. So how would you describe her being ready for tomorrow, and how would you describe your staff for tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? I mean, you know, who's going to be ready to get that ball? And I remember a time at Oregon where I just had 4 pitches and I just put the ball out and then said, who wants it? You know, so I don't think I'm going to do that, but it really is, you know, who wants it? You know, who's going to come out there and give us their best effort? And if it takes all 5 of them, then so be it. That's what we need, and you know, we're ready to play. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I'm not sure who I'm going to pitch, and that's the God's honest truth. I'm just going to have to look back on it, look at the tape, look at the film, and kind of figure out a way to get a win tomorrow.
Last question.
Just to kind of follow up what I just asked, how exciting is it to know that you're going to be under the lights for a Game 3 for a chance to go to OKC?
Well, I think the fans are going to be more excited than anybody else. I mean, it's pretty hot out there, but you know, and speaking of fans, that was just a great support from our home fan base, and in A&M too. They travelled really well also, but it is going to be nice to play under the lights, a little bit cooler, and I'm sure that could help Kennedy if she's going to throw again as well. So, you know, both teams can kind of benefit from that. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you.